Hello and welcome to our show. Yeah. This is the place where we highlight the talented, the interesting, and the entertaining. Tonight, a great show. We are showcasing some singing and musical talent. A sensational guitarist and vocalist, Mr. Justin Martin, is here tonight. Yeah. Also, the man with all those dance moves on social media, Mr. Dylan Carreiro in the house. And, of course, the sidekick of the century, Mr. Chops Turner right here. That's all right.
Thank you.
Let us know where you're watching from. We have some great views in Fall River, Connecticut, Florida, California, so let us know where you're watching from tonight. Okay, before we get to all that great talent, we have to get caught up in the news, right? You know the drill over here. Can we do that? Is that okay?
Yeah, great, man.
I gotta get your permission first.
Let's do it, bro.
Let's do it. Well, let's get to the news. You know, local leaders want the President of the United States to extend the offshore drilling ban to the New England coast. Kind of an issue that people disagree on. Well, I just want to tell you that this offshore drilling ban doesn't apply to onshore drilling. You can do as much as you want, Chops. At the dentist, you actually get drilled twice, once in the chair and once on the way out when you get the bill. And I'm just kidding with my dentist friends. You know, I went to the dentist the other day, my own dentist. Yeah, Dr. Jack Hammer. You know, and it was like, you know, it was awful, you know. Talk about oral surgery. Definitely got my fill. Anyway. Well, you know, Chops, this is the time of the year, October, you know, you kind of feel that coolness coming in the air. We're getting into the fall. We're talking about going to pumpkin patches, you know, to try to find pumpkins and stuff. You can see that right there. Do you ever go to a pumpkin patch?
Oh, yeah, the one that I told you about when we went into Acushnet.
Yeah, you go into Acushnet, and, you know, it's a big day. It's a big day. You go out there, you put your coat on, you kind of stumble around out there, you trip over stuff. You're like, should I have that pumpkin? Should I have that pumpkin? That one's not good enough, you know, all that stuff, you know. I'm just thinking to myself, can't we just have Amazon send one over? Huh?
You probably could, right? Amazon,
yeah. In fact, you can have
Amazon, man.
You can have them put the smile on their face too while they're at it. I can just picture you going through the pumpkin patch like you really don't want to be there.
I get a Charlie Brown pumpkin, man. Remember the Charlie Brown?
You're a pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm an older guy, but I want to be like up there, like up on, up hip and stuff like that, up on what things are happening. Mm-hmm. So in New Bedford, right, the first ever non-binary clothing store opened in New Bedford. You know what that means, non-binary clothing store? That means the clothes are not designated male or female. They're like gender neutral.
Oh, gender neutral.
So I was thinking, isn't your birthday coming up in October?
Yeah.
What size do you take in fishnets? I'm only kidding.
Anyway.
You got to slim down, bro.
Yeah, I got to slim down. I was just telling my man, I got to slim down, man.
That's the lean New Deal.
Anyway, Weight Watchers, man.
Hey, Weight Watchers, yeah. Well,
No, they kidding.
You look good.
I got a bike at home.
I think you look good the way you are.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're good. All right. Well, a New Bedford man, actually, he's on the school committee, John Oliveira. He had to put an electric fence around his Trump sign. Now look, whatever side you're on, we don't do politics here. Don't damage other people's signs, right? If you're a Trump person, fine. Joe Biden, fine. But don't damage people's signs where this guy thinks he's got to put an electric fence around his sign. I mean, for God's sake.
He's got an electric fence?
Yeah, he's got an electric fence. Now imagine, you got to do an electric fence for a Trump sign. Imagine what you have to do to protect the no one question one sign. Like nobody knows what question one is.
Don't throw it out yet, man.
That's right. Yeah. All right, one last one. Don't X out. The show's going to get better after this. One last one. All right?
Oh, man,
this is a good one. This is a good one. I really like this one. It makes me feel like good. According to the Portuguese American Journal, European Portuguese have now been designated as non-white. And like European Portuguese. So let me just tell you something. As a proud third-generation full-blooded Portuguese, I must say this news explains a lot. Have you ever seen me after I came back from a long vacation in Florida? I mean, I came back one time so dark, people calling me Snoop We have a show on Monday nights. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Josh on the board. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like. Got Chops over here. Drop it like it's hot. No, not happening, huh? All right. Well, anyway.
Went to Florida.
Well, no, I do think that, and it's not always the case because Josh is of some Portuguese descent.
Right.
Justin over here, very fair skin.
Right.
But a lot of folks that I know, like I get dark very quick, So I think the theory is that the Southern Europeans had influence from Northern Africa way back in the day, and that's why the skin is there. Just a little. Just a little lesson, a little history. This show can be educational.
Very
Very educational, yeah. Well, a reminder: there is a new show on Monday nights here on New Bedford Guide. It's called Wellness Wednesday with Help and Hope South Coast. It's a great show, and don't forget the Chops Turner Show Sunday nights on the Chops Turner Facebook page. And by the way, last night
I can't get that thing off, man.
Yeah,
I gotta help me.
Way back in the day, he named himself Chops Turner.
Yeah, I don't know how. No, I made a mistake and hit Turner twice, I think, man. That's
How did you do that?
double turner.
Double turner.
Yeah.
Double turner. Well, anyway, last night, real quick, we got to get to our guest, but last night, right, I watch your show all the time, and you did some great Frank Sinatra last night. So I'm scrolling around, like, what's Chops up tonight? What's Chops up tonight? I was trying to hear, like, Strangers in the Night.
Oh, yeah, it's my favorite song, man.
Exchanging glances,
yeah,
lovers at first sight. What are the chances we'd be sharing love before the night is through?
Hey, I told Sharon's coming to see you pretty soon.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm taking
told her.
singing because
I told
I'm taking singing lessons.
I told her.
Just because it's one of those bucket list things.
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to get
man.
that off the bucket list. Hey, how about those Patriots the other night? They're pretty
Hey,
good.
they're pretty good, man.
They're all right. All right.
They're gonna meet us though pretty soon. I
San
can't wait.
Francisco. Yeah, he's bringing that
49ers.
one.
Yeah, baby. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get
Hey,
him.
by the way, somebody told me, a friend of mine said, "Hey, I see that guy Chops there. That guy can sing." And I'm like, yeah. He said, "You mean he's not only there to make you look good?" I'm like, no, he can sing. Horrible thing. Anyway, all right, let's get to our guests. In a moment, we're going to be joined by. Oh, by the way, this dancer. We get this dancer here, Dylan
Yeah,
Carreiro.
man, I see him pop blocking, man.
Yeah, well, you know what? We're going to bring you over in a few minutes and going to teach you a couple of those
man,
pop
teach me
blocks.
a little. I need some dance lessons, man.
Would you say
My
pop
dances-
blocks? Is that-
Pop block, wherever we go.
Oh, yeah, look at that. He's already starting without
I
you.
get.
Our first guest tonight has some great dance move. We're going to talk to him first. We welcome to our show Mr. Dylan Carreiro. Yeah. Whoa. How about that? Hey, Dylan, so I'm glad that you were able to join us here tonight.
Thank you.
I did have a chance to meet and chat with you before. If you're on social media and you're on New Bedford Guide or Fall River Reporter or New Bedford Live or any of the local platforms, you're going to see this guy all the time doing all these great dances, and it's so much fun. And the thing is, the inspiring thing that came about for you to learn how to dance like that, it has to do with your background, right? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I actually didn't really have the best background growing up. A lot of trauma, a lot of things that I didn't really have to, a normal kid usually wouldn't really have to put up with. So I developed a lot of anxiety and stuff. I noticed when I started to dance, that anxiety diminished significantly. So I've developed the style of popping through my mentors, Jacob, Momo, and Tay. It's been a long road with dance and tying it into my mental health and trying to make that well. So that was my outlet.
Right, to have an outlet like that and to be able to use an art form that helps you, right? I mean, that's something that I think is positive. It's like you're digging deep and you're expressing yourself in an art form. Yeah, that's great. Now, as far as the moves, Chops was over here joking about, what did he call that, a chop block? Oh, no, that's football. That's No, there's certain things that you do that are not easy that you have to learn and practice over time, right?
Yes. So tutting, for example, is a style branched from popping. So popping is basically those hits, and tuts, what you would see me do. So what I usually do is I just come up with combos, and for some reason, I developed a way of just continuing to connect. And it was fun. So when I was little, I would be like, okay, I'm here, where can I go from here? And then I kind of just keep connecting it like Tetris, basically.
Oh, I never really thought of it as connecting the dots like that before,
yeah,
but you kind of are.
It's kind of like playing Tetris. It's
like
kind
the hip bone's connected to the elbow bone's connected to that
there's
whole
also
thing.
there's also things you can incorporate. You can incorporate your whole body, your fingers, anything you kind of people incorporate their face with tutting. It's kind of weird. It kind of looks like, it's like I don't know what they do, but they do some weird thing with their fingers, and it's just like, I don't know. They incorporate their face with it. But
the joy you get out of doing that, putting out the new videos, the new music, the new dance moves, learning a new move, why is it that brings you joy like that, do you think?
It just brings me joy. I usually just started to do it. Like I did it for me. I wanted to kind of just dance for, like, make practice videos and then watch them over and over again, try to get better. And then I was like, oh wait, maybe I should submit it to Dance On or New Bedford Guide or Fall River Guide, things like that. And I noticed that at first, the first few years, and even now, I would still get a tremendous amount of hate and a lot of people just commenting negative things. So I tried to get better, and then I noticed that in reality I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I was trying to get better for everyone else instead of getting better to be myself.
Right, fantastic. That's great. That's great. Now, tell me a little bit about your future plans. You had said because of some of the issues and challenges that you had growing up, you're hoping that maybe you could be a counselor and help other kids who have had similar experiences. Tell me about that.
Yes, so my main goal is to be an LMHC, licensed mental health counselor. It's something I wanted to be since I've developed anxiety myself and post-traumatic stress. It's something that helps, like I've learned a lot, like cognitive behavioral. I've learned how to do things through being a patient. So I know how it is, firsthand. So I can really connect to people and really just be like, hey, I've been through it. Let me share my testimony or share my story and see if it provides you some hope.
Fantastic. Now, I know you said that you were going to give us a little sample of some of your dance moves. Are you able to do that? Now, why don't you, if you could stand up, we're going to do some last-minute adjusting of cameras and so forth. Maybe you can slide that chair off to one side.
Yeah, gotcha.
And what do you have for music? Do you have, like, iPhone, or are you just going to do it like...
iPhone. I'll just play something.
He's going to play something right off the top here. Chops, make sure you're paying attention, because Chops really didn't know this until, earlier today, that we were going to throw him over there and have him do some moves. So... I was going to do it, I got that stiff back, Chops, otherwise I would try to do it, but he's got he's like Sanford, you say, arthritis. All right, here he is. Let's go, Dylan. Let's see what you can do here. It's going to do some moves.
When I'm up through the night, I can't turn down the noise, say all the words out of my mind about who I'm supposed to be. I start to believe you can't get it right. Remember the days I let slip away, it was simpler time. Mama told me
Stuff like that.
Hey, that's great. That's awesome.
little things like that. Thank you.
All right. You know that guy, the sidekick of the century there? No, the sidekick of the century. Come on over. Get that chair out of there. Get that chair out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Here he comes over here. Now, wait a minute.
What's up, Chops?
How you doing, bro?
Pretty good.
All right, hey, you're not supposed to shake hands.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that,
You're
man.
going to have to disinfect after this.
Yeah.
All right, disregard the little area around there. So why don't you show Chops?
This guy, come on,
Show
man.
Chops a couple of these. Like,
I'm a singer, man.
Wait a minute. No. Look at this. I can do it. All right, so
Okay,
go ahead. Here we go.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna start from the top at 7.
Okay.
There's 7 counts. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Come on, Chops. Yeah, there he is. All right.
Start like this.
All right.
Right hand 1,
1, okay.
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6.
6.
Keep this like that.
Okay.
And then lever up like 7. I'm all
Oh,
shaking.
okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. And
Wow, it's the first time I ever learned it.
All right, Dylan, put on 30 seconds of music there.
Pretty good. Interesting. Wow.
So you know what you can do this here, and then just ad lib in your own Chops. You
just continue.
gotta feel it. You gotta feel it, Chops. You gotta,
Hey, I got man. Come
all right,
on,
here we go.
man.
Ready? All right, here we
My
go.
first time, man. Hey, brother kid, this soul brother kid.
You gotta wave. You gotta wave?
Yeah, Chops, work it, baby, work it. Yeah. It's a night of the living dead.
Try to follow it with your finger.
Okay, I was thinking.
1, 2.
Oh, man.
What are you doing?
Hey, brother, man.
You're killing me, brother.
Hey, brother, a brother can't do this, man.
All right, that's all.
Every brother can't dance.
All right, thanks, Chops. Thank you very much.
Thank
All
you,
right.
man.
Thank
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, man. I'll stick
When you said you had arthritis, you were telling the truth. I like that thing that you go like this with it.
Hey, you did that in the last
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
You
Hey,
fooled.
Chops, look at this right here.
Oh, you good? I can't do that. Pinky swear?
It's that Portuguese, baby. It's Portuguese coming through. So let's talk a little bit real quick about your future plans before we get Justin over here. You're still going to produce videos. You're still going to post them.
Yes.
Down the road, you're going to get back into school to get the counseling degree and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
And again, we really look forward to your videos. How often do you put a new one out? Because it seems like,
Usually once a week.
yeah, once a week you get a new one, and you try to add some new steps to that and so forth.
Yeah, it's usually the same style. It's popping, so it's the style I committed to, but it branches off of something called animation. So animational popping, if you can call it that. So like roboting, and then mixing it with the tutting, waving, hitting, just regular foundational popping things.
Well, I see a little bit of the old robot, from back in the
Yeah,
day.
I kind of just mix everything up, but I don't really dance for the clout. Like the clout. I really just use the street term. I don't dance. I do not dance for the publicity.
Right.
I kind of just put it out there, and whoever likes it, cool. Whoever doesn't,
You're doing it for you.
it is yes.
Yeah, no, I think that's fantastic. All right, well, thank you very much for joining
you.
us. We'll hope to see you again. Dylan Carreiro, ladies and gentlemen, the outstanding dancer. All right, our next guest tonight is talented with his guitar as well as his voice. Would you please welcome Mr. Justin Martin? Yeah. Well, thank you very much for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me, man.
You actually took a little ride down from Lowell, right?
I did. Nice little brisk drive.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. We were friends on Facebook, and I came across a lot of the stuff that you were doing, and I thought, gee, if next time you're in the area, but you made a nice trip down. We really appreciate that.
Turns out with the magic of cars, you can be in the area.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So tell me just a little bit about, your love for music. Is this something that, you really fell in love with music as a young kid?
Yeah, so I've been playing, I'm 25 now. I've been playing since I was 10, so I guess 15 years-ish. I remember my parents got, my dad and one of my older brothers used to play the guitar, and so they started teaching me just to give me something to do, you know what I mean? So I'm not running around breaking stuff. And I just snapped to it, and I, kept going, and, took lessons, taught myself. My dad taught me a bunch of stuff. My dad used to play a lot of old blues stuff, like some of the stuff I'm going to play today.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a nod to him. And
Oh, that's
like,
nice.
hey,
That's
'cause
nice.
The song that I kind of want to play is it's a song that reminds me of him, and he's like that was like one of his favorite tunes. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's
Like,
great.
yeah. So.
Well, I wanted to ask you about the band that you're in now. Why don't you
Yes.
put that mask back on for a second? Because look at this, look at this cheap promotion right here. What's the name of the band?
I don't know. You read it.
I'm trying to, Sons
Sons Lunaris.
Lunaris. Yeah.
Lunaris.
Lunaris. Sons Lunaris.
Yeah, I mean Sons of the Moon. It's my band.
Oh, wow. All right. So good for you. Good for
Yeah,
you.
it's like we do a lot of 70s classic rock inspired original music.
All
So
right.
like, we're all old souls. So we try to play music that is older than us.
Old souls, he came to the right place. All right, so you're going to do two songs for us tonight.
Sure,
Which
yeah.
one are you going to do first?
I'll do the cover first.
All right, so this is going to be an Eric Clapton song?
Eric Clapton song. It's called Hey Hey.
Hey, hey, all right, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Mr. Justin Martin. All right.
Hey hey. Hey hey baby hey. Hey hey. Hey hey baby hey. I love you baby and all I can say is hey. Hey, hey, you lost your good thing now. Hey, hey, you lost your good thing now. I thought I fooled, but I found it out somehow.
All right, Justin Martin with a great classic. Well, I know that artists really love writing music. Most of the artists that we talk to, right, people do covers, and it's fun to do covers because everybody knows them. People sing along with them and stuff.
Right,
But
yeah.
there's that other part of every artist that wants to, like,
Oh, is it?
express themselves, right?
Yeah.
And you do write your own music, right?
I do. I certainly do. Yes.
How did that start? Did you do that a long time ago or just more recently?
Yeah, I mean, like when I started, obviously, I'm a huge Zeppelin nerd, so
right.
I started by just like, oh, I like this song. Let me figure it out. I'll sit in my room until I can play each note perfectly. And then there I did it. You know what I mean? Like 3 days later, I'd be able to play the song, and I would just do that until I could play every song that I listened to.
And what about writing your stuff?
And I remember when I was probably like in high school, maybe I started trying to write some stuff. I recorded some stuff with some friends, just like in my parents' basement, just like actually with this exact mic that I'm speaking into now, oddly enough. I sat down, I went, is this mine?
We brought that in just for you.
Oh, you stole it? No
we did
way.
some research. Yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, so I dabbled in it a little bit, and offhandedly, I also dabbled in recording my own stuff. And then when I got, more of an adult and started to actually play with other bands and stuff like that, and started to record with people, and now I have my own band and stuff, that what I did for fun as a kid turned out to be really good practice for the real thing, you know what I mean? So I didn't get any formal training in those things, but I kind of taught myself a little bit by just seeing what works.
Now, are you a full-time musician or you have another job too?
I have a full-time job, like a day job, but I definitely consider myself a full-time musician.
What do you do
My
during
job
the-
pays the bills. My musician gig pays the bills in my head.
Yeah. What type of work do you do during the day?
I work in a machine shop.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, a lot of people are in that
I work
situation.
with my hands. You know what I mean? It's a trade. I feel great. I'm good with working with my hands. That's why this works.
Yeah,
You know
right,
what I mean?
exactly.
So it all works out. It balances.
Right, now to actually sit down and express yourself, right, to put it down to words and then to put music to those words, how does that all come together?
For me personally, it always starts with the music. I mean, like I might be sitting there doing any other task and a lyric will pop into my head, but I can't, for me at least, I can't seem to do anything with that lyric until I have music to put it to. So I'll also, again, I'll be at, like half the time I'm at work and I just have a notepad full of random words because that's just like what floats in through my head, and I'm like, I'll need this later, but I'm at work, I can't do anything right now.
Yeah.
I'll go home and I'll try to put it to some music or something like that. Like my phone is just 100% filled with voice, like the voice recorder apps on your
Right.
phone. I'll just record little bits and chunks of ideas on the guitar all the time, and, like have it on my phone for 5 years, and then finally get around to listen to it again and be like, oh, I can turn that into a song, and then I'll, learn what I wrote accidentally, relearn it 5 years later, and turn it into a thing.
Yeah,
You
the
know
magic
what I
of the phone. You don't have to get a piece of paper and write it down. You just got it
mean?
right there.
The magic of modern technology.
Yeah.
If this was back in the 30s, I don't know what I would do. You
All
know?
right, so you're going to play a song that you
Yes.
wrote yourself. What is it called? And give us a little background of it before we hear it.
Yes. Could you get that other guitar?
Ah, we got to get the other guitar. Yeah,
Thanks,
he's
Thanks. But yeah, so this is a song that's going to be on Switcheroo. Thank you very much.
all right.
This is a song that's going to be on the album that my band is going to be putting out very soon, very, very soon. Some singles are going to drop even sooner than the album. That's fun. But yeah, this song in particular, I've had the guitar, like I just said, I had the guitar part floating around in my head for ages, for like a year or two, I think now. And I was at work, and I all the lyrics just came to me, and I was like, cool. Wrote them down, went home after work, put them together, and I was like, cool, it works, sweet.
All right, what's the name of it?
Song. It's called Funny Thoughts.
Funny Thoughts. All right, let's hear it once again, Mr. Justin Barton. All right, Funny Thoughts, let's hear it.
Funny thoughts in my head, you know I just can't seem to cry. And I wonder what you'd think of me, baby, if I were to die. Did I dig my earth just a bit too deep this time? Wrote you a letter, better keep it to myself. Take some time away from me, learn a thing or two about yourself. Did I dig my earth just a bit too deep this time?
Thank you very much. Funny Thoughts. Yeah, that's
Everybody's got some funny thoughts.
there's always something racing around in this
right.
in everybody's brain. All right,
Right.
Real quick before you go, future
Yeah.
plans? Any? You just keep writing and playing and gigging and.
Yeah, I mean, the whole pandemic thing really put a damper on that.
I
But,
know.
But I honestly do think that, things bounce back, things come back into order and stuff like that. Right now, music and large gatherings and stuff like that can't happen, but eventually it's got to come back, you know what I mean? And I think when it comes back, there's such a starvation for art, music especially, live music especially, that there's such a starvation for it that I really do think that musicians are going to have kind of a new rebirth in things were tough, you know what I mean? Like, as a
Right.
local musician, like, you'd play a show for 4 hours and you'd make $50, and that'd pay for the gas to get there and back. And you'd be like, cool, great. Now what?
Yeah,
It's
right.
not going to lead anywhere. But I really do think, hope, but also really do think that there's a good chance that things are going to bounce back, and I think things are going to be better. There's going to be a huge need for people like
Right, almost like an explosion of like, hey, we got to
Right.
get out there. And,
Yeah.
right, exactly.
Now that
I
we
agree
can
with
have
that.
it back, we got to get all the musicians to play all the time, everywhere. Everyone, come on.
Yeah,
I'm
right,
hoping
yeah.
that happens, and
Yeah,
I
me
really,
too.
I'm
Me
hopeful
too.
that it'll happen. And if it does or doesn't matter. I think I can't see myself stopping this.
Right,
I can't. I
right.
don't see any reason otherwise. You know what I mean? Like, I'll live in a box as long as I get to play this.
Hey, we really appreciate you taking a ride down from Lowell. Justin Martin, ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to get Chops back in here, but first, the pictures of the week. You know, people talk about the sunsets around here, and right now we have sunsets from all over the place. One of them is from Somerset, right? Look at that. This is right here in Somerset. People from around the country would like kill to see a Somerset, like to see a sunset like that, and we have it right here in Somerset. And somebody told me, you know, it was a great place to see the sunset. Chops would probably know this. West Beach in New Bedford.
Oh,
So
yeah.
take a look at this one right here. The next one is
Oh,
going to
yeah,
be
it's
West
beautiful.
Beach in New Bedford. Look at that. Oh my God.
Beautiful, man.
I mean, I think one time they they had a contest in a national magazine, and a lot of the sunsets from around here were right up there in number 1 and number 2 in the country. So there you go, sunsets. In both Fall River and New Bedford, we're taking a quick peek at that here tonight. All right, Chops is back. Chops, what do you got going on there? Look at this. Why do you have to wear that San Francisco 49ers thing here? Oh, I can't stand it.
I do against you, man.
You were rooting against the Patriots?
Oh, yeah, I was rooting against them.
Well, they came right down to the last play.
Yeah, man.
Why were you rooting against them?
Because I'm a defensive player, and I said, man, don't let him in that end zone.
So here's all these Patriot fans are rooting. You were like, hey.
No, man, I'm a big 49er. I can't help it. I told Josh I can't help it, man.
Hey, the 49ers and the Patriots are playing, what, in about 3 weeks or so?
In about 3 weeks. Yeah, I can't wait, man. Oh. You know, I'm a Ronnie Lott fan, man. Really, Ronnie Lott was my favorite player. I learned how to play free safety watching Ronnie Lott back in the day. And, I mean, he was a punisher. You know,
yeah, right.
These guys today, they play, but they ain't punishing.
It's soft, you know.
It's soft.
Hey, by the way, didn't you play a bar near Foxborough that you might be able to, like, slide into the stadium?
Oh, yeah, there was I played with a wedding band called Wilson Stevens.
Yeah.
And we played in the function room up there for a wedding. And then when we took a break, we ran right into the stadium. Nobody was down. They went down there. We played catch and everything.
So like when the 49ers come into town, like if you can be playing again.
Oh,
right?
man, if I could be playing again.
You can like sneak out of there.
Sneak out. Oh, man. 49ers in town. I can't wait. I got to get in there somehow.
All right, so
These guys,
hey, you were at Pub 65 last night. Look at a little nippy back
man, it
there.
was cold last night, man. I was singing Strangers in the Night because it was so cold.
I drove all the way down to Tomatoes and they canceled it.
Oh, I know, man. You looking for me down there. I'm sorry about that, man.
I didn't get my fill of chops.
I was ready to blow, too. Colleen called me and said, hey, man, you know, they canceled out tonight.
I wanted you to sing some nice love songs. I had my wife there, you know, and get her feeling happy, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry. I was talking to the young man over there. He said, man, you sang? I said, yeah, man. He said, how long you been out? I said, man, I've been out there about 50 years.
That's all this, 50 years?
50 years.
That's why I told you, my friend said, hey, that guy's not there just to make you look good. That guy can sing, you know? That guy's pretty good. Hey, next week, we got a big show next week. First of all, I'd like to thank our guest tonight, musician Justin Martin, dancer man Dylan Carreiro, and thanks to our sponsors, Bay Coast Bank, Duso and Zader. Next week, a terrific veteran musician who's played with Tavares and many others, going to be Jackie Santos.
Oh, Jackie's in the house.
Yeah, you're going to get he's fantastic.
Oh, he's a veteran, man.
And we also have an amazing young singer who you're going to love. I talked to her before. She's really fantastic. Her name is Amy Manny, and she's got some new stuff coming out, so she's going to be with us here tonight. All right, Chops, thank you very much for being here tonight, the sidekick of the century. I'm Paul Santos. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next week right here on the show. Have a great night, everybody.